In New York, Judge Juan Merchan has delayed the sentencing of former President Trump for a second time. He said his decision best advances the interests of justice. We turn now to our legal correspondent Arlene Richards for more details on this case, as well as Trump's appeal of the E. Jean Carroll case. Arlene, thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you in studio. Now, the judge decided to adjourn the sentencing until after the election. What are some of the issues he considered before making that decision?
I think there were two issues that he mainly focused on, and one was that the defense said that they needed more time to consider and assess, whether or not he would deny their other motion, which is a motion to overturn the conviction. And this came about as a result of the presidential immunity case. Now, the other issue is that they think that this public sentencing would have an impact on Trump's ability to actually continue campaigning and also impact the votes that he may get as a result of that. So they also said the prosecution didn't oppose their request for the delay, and the judge expressed reservations about, granting it. But ultimately, he realized that going forward with the sentencing would compromise his own credibility as a fair and impartial judge. And he was also concerned that going forward with the sentencing would appear as if he was attempting to interfere directly with the election. So he has adjourned the other motion until November 12th, and he has adjourned the actual sentencing until November 26th.
And also today, there were oral arguments on Trump's appeal of the first E. Jean Carroll case, in which a jury awarded her $5 million. That's related to her claim that Trump raped her. Now, Trump was in the courtroom and he held a press conference after the hearing. What are some of the arguments his attorneys gave for Trump seeking a new trial?
Well, his attorneys had to argue this before a three-judge panel. And going into this, they already expressed some skepticism. And actually, one of the judges said that he thought it would be very hard to actually give Trump a new trial or to overturn the jury's decision. And the other thing is that the attorneys for Trump argued that this case was another election interference case. And they also said that there was an error below because the judge below allowed in certain evidence that he shouldn't have. And that is that there were these two women who also testified that they had been sexually assaulted by Trump. And the other was this Access Hollywood tape in which he is heard saying that he grabs women's private parts. Now, Trump has said repeatedly that he does not know Ms. Carroll, and he talked about that earlier today in the press conference. So let's listen to that.
So I didn't show up, and I was found guilty of something that I didn't do with a woman that I have never seen, touched, or in any way was involved with, nor would I want to be. I would not want to be. My people say, please don't say that. I would not want to be involved with her.
And he also said that this photo that's been going around showing him and Ms. Carroll side by side or in the same photo was probably or could have been AI generated. But he said even if it's real, he still doesn't know her.